Life.
Life.
Let me check the stream.
Yep. Yep.
Sound is good.
So it is good.
Um, yeah, man. So before we start, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yahweh
Basham,
Shai,
Yahushai, Basham, Rakakadash.
Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading his word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kotazap Sayan, together with the brother Talmayat from the GMS Holland branch, coming back to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai with another lesson, with another video. The Lord willing, this video is edifying. God,
Okay.
so like you can read in the title, it says GMS Live, Giants slash the Sons of the Most High. So we want to go into Genesis 6, and then we're going to read from Genesis 6 to verse 1 until 4, and go
Okay.
into the breakdown.
Yeah. This is
Uh,
the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them,
yeah,
that the
go ahead.
son
You can go on.
Kan ik, ja? That the sons of Yahweh saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they choose.
Mhm.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Yahweh came in unto the daughters of men, and they shall bear children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown.
Yeah. So people or Christians or people that believe in the book of Enoch, they take this scripture and then they twist and turn it to say that when it speaks about giants, then it speaks about the Nephilim. But to get the true understanding of what is being explained here, you have to go bit by bit, here a little, there a little, like the scripture says. You know, precept must be upon precept. That's how you understand the scriptures in its entirety. So if you go to verse 1, it says, it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So you had men, normal men that were multiplying upon the earth, but you also had the sons of the Most High that were multiplying upon the earth. And who were the sons of the Most High? The sons of the Most High were the sons that were according unto the righteous seed, the ones that had the understanding of the Most High, the ones that you had, for example, you had Adam. Adam was part of the Adamites, but you had the one chosen Adam, and he had the knowledge of the Most High. The other Adamites did not have that. So he had the understanding of the Most High. He had the laws, the ways of the Most High that were oral back in the day, and then he passed it on onto his sons and his sons' sons. That's how it went. So if you can go to Genesis 4, verse 26,
Yeah.
yeah, or go to 25, Genesis 4 and 25. Okay, sure.
Kan ik, ja? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 25, and it reads, and Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For Yahweh said, she had appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
Yeah, so you had So Adam had two sons, Cain and Abel. Abel was the one that gave a righteous offering, and then Cain did not. But then, out of spite and jealousy, Cain slew his brother Abel. You know, and then what happened? You had Abel. He was his blood was crying unto the Most High. He was in the spiritual realm, and Cain, Cain, the Most High asked Cain, "Okay, where's your brother?" And Cain answered him, "Am I my brother's keeper?" That's that infamous sentence. But
Yep.
then the the Most High, he had it play out so that you had Abel. Abel, he had to be slain by his brother so that Seth could come. Because if you go into the word Seth, Seth means transitory. You know, basically Seth, he was Abel in the reincarnation. So Abel, he got smitten, but when Adam knew his wife again, then Abel came back instantly. He was a transitory. He's the spitting reincarnation of Abel. So now, with that understanding, if we read on,
Correct, yeah.
uh,
Verse 26. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord.
yeah, you see, so you had Adam. Adam had Abel, which was of the righteous seed. Cain, Cain, his brother, slew Abel, and then you got Seth, which Seth is immediately the transitory, the reincarnation of Abel. So the righteous lineage flowed on. It kept on going, and then that's when men started to call upon the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, of the Most High. They were called the sons of men. They didn't have the names yet, like how like it says in let me see, I don't know if I can get it real quick, but you had that part where by my name Yahweh, they did not know it. Moses got the names of the Most High. Moses gave
Yeah.
Moses had been given the true names of the Most High. But in the time of Genesis, they were still the sons of the Most High, but they didn't have the name like how Moses got the name. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. The thing is, you had men that were calling upon the Most High. You had the sons of God. They were already established in that time. So now from
Yep.
Genesis 4 to Genesis 6, it speaks in verse 2 about the sons of the Most High, because you have the ones that have been given the law, statutes, and commandments, the ones that know how to live righteous in the sight of the Most High.
Yep.
Um,
I have it if you want it.
huh?
What you was referring to. This is
Mhm.
Exodus, like the brother said. That the name was given and made manifest to Moses. And this is Exodus chapter 6. And let me go straight to the point. And verse 2. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am the Lord Yahweh, and I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of Yahweh, the Lord Almighty, but by my name Yahweh was I not known to them.
God, that's the point blank period. That's what it
Yeah.
is. You see, so they didn't have the name of the Most High yet, but they knew there was a being that was guiding them, that had the most righteous laws that man had to live by. You had one righteous Adamite and his seed, which was following those ways. You know, but by the name of Yahweh, Yah is He, Hawa come from Haya, which is to be or to exist. The existing one, they didn't know his name, but they knew that they had to follow him, because he is the creator of all. He's the creator of everything. You see?
Yeah. God.
So can you read verse 2, Genesis 6 and 2? Baruch Hashem?
God, yeah. This is Genesis chapter 6. and verse 2, that the sons of Yahweh saw the daughters of man, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they choose.
Yeah, so now we already established who the sons of the Most High, the sons of Yahweh are. So if you go to Luke 3 and 38, then it's going to show you the righteous lineage. Because if you go into Luke 3, then it shows you the whole righteous lineage from starting, yeah, not starting, but backwards from Yahushai. It's going into the genealogy of Yahushai. You know,
Okay.
Yahushai, he's the son of Joseph. Joseph is the son of, and then you go up in the family tree. Let's say it like that, the righteous family tree.
Okay. Okay. This is the book of Luke, chapter 3, and verse 38. Which was the son of Enos? Which was the son of Seth? Which was the son of Adam? Which was the son of Yahweh?
Yeah, gone. You see, so like I said, you have the genealogy of Yahushai from Yahushai, Joseph, and then all the other fathers and men that came before him, and then ultimately it goes back. It leads back to which was the son of Enos, which Enos we just read about in Genesis 4, verse 26. You have Enos, and who is his father? His father is Seth, and who was the father of Seth? That's Adam, which, like it says in the scripture, which was the son of the Most High. That righteous Adamite, he is the son of the Most High, and also everyone that came after him. You see?
Yeah.
So that's how the sons of the Most High, they were in Genesis 6. They saw that the daughters of men, that they were fair. So they had the ways of the Most High instilled in them. You see? So
Yeah.
they saw the women, and what happened? They got intrigued thereby. They were kind of like, okay, uh, let's start messing with the sons of the daughters of men. So can you give me Ezra 9, verse 1? Oh, sure.
Okay. This is Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, and it reads, and the title is Mixed Marriages.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, uh, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, and the Egyptians, and the Amorites.
Yeah, you see, so now it's the same like happened in Deuteronomy 7, that the Most High, He commanded us to do away with all these nations, basically kill these nations, because they have other gods. They worship other gods. They go into idolatry. That's the worshiping of other gods. You see, so we didn't have any dealings with actually these other nations. We had to slay them. And what we're going into right now in Ezra 9 is an example of what happened in Genesis 6. It's not the same, but it goes into that we started to lay with the daughters of men, because the daughters of men, we shouldn't have mixed with them. We had our own, uh,
Yeah.
our own that we had to deal with. But what did we do? We went to go to deal with these other nations, these other women. And then that's where that whole downfall started.
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah. Read on.
go.
Verse 2, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers had been chief in his this trespass. Salakia. Yes.
Yeah. Gone. So the holy seed started to mingle themselves with the people of the land. And that's exactly what happened in Genesis also. You know, we started to
Yep.
deal with the daughters of men. So we started to mingle the holy seed, the righteous seed, with the daughters and the sons of men. So that's when that whole holy seed, the righteous seed, started to get watered down. You know,
Yep.
but it's all according to the greater design of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But now we have the understanding, and now we can explain it unto you also, like how we got it. We got the truth from the elders and apostles on down, and that's how we also give it to you. This is how it went down back in the day, in the time of Genesis, also in the time of Ezra. We mingled the holy seed and the righteous seed.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
That's right.
verse 3.
Verse 3, and it reads, "And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down astonished."
Yeah, so that's what Ezra had. Ezra, he was so frustrated and stressed, like, why are they doing this? So he and
Yeah.
to rent means to tear. So he tore his garment, like, okay, why are the holy seed, the righteous seed, doing these things and laying down with the daughters of men? Mingling the holy seed of the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 4, "Then were assembled unto me everyone that trembled at the words of the Heavenly Father of Israel, of the power of Israel, I have to say, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice."
Yeah, so it's not a light thing that the
Yeah.
people did and what actually happened. So that's where the descending from the great men, the sons of the Most High, started to. That's where all began. Actually, you know,
Yeah.
they were great in their strength, great in their might, great in the knowledge of the Most High. But then, when they started to mingle with the daughters of men, the descending started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see.
Sin.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this is the sin.
hmm Let me see. Can you go back to? Give me Deuteronomy 7:3, Papa Shah.
Kanak, yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, at verse 3, and it reads, "Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son."
Yeah, so this is one of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because why? This is in the first five books of Moses. Where the laws were written down, and actually we shouldn't lay with these other people, these other nations, their daughters, or let their sons come in onto our daughters. But we are under these curses, and this is how it played out. This is how it had to play out. But the most righteous laws that have been given unto us, we cannot keep them right now. So in the kingdom of heaven, these righteous laws, they're still going to stand, and then they're going to fully be in effect, because we are going to have that stony heart, which is going to be replaced by the fleshly heart, which means that we are we are going to do what is required of us. So we are going to be one nation, the Israelites, and we are only going to lay with the Israelites. We are only going to make sons and daughters by another Israelite man or Israelite woman. You see? So these laws are established, and they're not going to be done away with, not even in the kingdom of heaven. But now, because we are corrupt, we are in these corruptible bodies, that's why we are breaking the laws. I have a precept, which is, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, because it's like you said also, and also with the occasion with Esau and Isaac, because it was also forbidden for Jacob and Esau to marry one of the daughters of the Canaanites, and uh, Jacob was listening to it, but Esau still married one of the Canaanite daughters, and that's why you see also the disobedience of Esau. He was like, hey, everything that the Lord really said, he was disannulled it. He was like wave it away, like, hey, I want to do what I got to do. And like the brother said, it's all for prophecy's sake because Esau was never a part of, the Holy Covenant. So he did what he had to do, man. That profane thing, what he did is always was in his spirit, man. So this, like the brother said, man. But yeah, he was part of the family of the Hebrew family because Esau, the so-called white man, is still a Hebrew, But he is the Hebrew Israel, he's an Hebrew Edomite. You see, so the blessing don't never went to him. You see, so he did what he had to do, man. But yeah, that is really what I want to say.
God.
Yeah,
Uh, I got Jude. This is Jude 1.
yeah, I had that too.
Now you can read it. Go.
Karak, yeah. This is Jude 1 and verse 6. I think you want to have
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's it.
God. Yeah, I had that too as a precept. This is Jude chapter 1 and verse 6. And the angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he had reserved in everlasting chains on the darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Yeah, so the angels, which what comes to mind right now, let me grab that real quick. See that, do it not, do it not. Revelation, because there was an angel that appeared unto John the Revelator. And what did the angel say? This is Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at the feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. So now you have an angel that is appearing unto John the Revelator, and John the Revelator, immediately started to worship the angel, because when an angel appears, then it's in the name of the Most High, so he started to reverence the Most High and reverence the angel. And what happened? And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant. So we, as servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we are doing this work. We are proclaiming the truth. We are standing steadfast for the truth and giving the prophecies unto the people. I am thy fellow servant. That's what it means to be a servant. And it says, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. So an angel, he calls us his brethren. He calls us his brother. So we are basically alike. We are the same, you know.
Yeah.
So if you go back to Jude 1, it says that, I have it here, and the angels which kept not their first estate, which is speaking about us, we are those angels. We didn't keep our first estate because we already established that we are the sons of the Most High. We are part of that righteous lineage that started to decline when we started to mess with these daughters of men, when we started to mess with these daughters of other nations, but left
Yeah.
their own habitation. He had reserved them in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. So now we are under these chains of darkness, which is this flesh, this corruptible flesh. And that's how the
Mhm.
Most High, He had us in that position of subjection, you know,
Have a precept?
until when? Until the judgment of that great day, until the judgment day of the Most High. So He made us subject unto this corruptible flesh. But we also we did it ourselves because we went into these other nations. We went after their women, after their daughters. You see. And if you can also after this, give me the Romans 8
Kanak,
and
yeah.
20. Yeah.
Do you want the precept of the Romans?
Give me a precept first.
Okay? This is the book of Second Peter, chapter 2, and verse 4. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
Yeah,
That is,
exactly. Yeah,
mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah, it's like the brother said, man. You know that this reference Jude, man. You see, because we are the angels, man. He didn't spare us, also. You see, so we are reserved for the day of judgment. You see, in these corruptible bodies, and everybody gonna come before the judgment seat of the heavenly Father. What is done in this body, you see, and we are those angels, man. So we're gonna be presented, and everybody's gonna get this reward. If it's gonna be a good reward or it's going to be a bad reward, and the judgment is going to come, man. You see? And yeah, we want to be on the good side of the judgment, that the Lord be like, hey, going to change these corruptible bodies in incorruptible bodies, because that is also the reward that is going to be on the other side. And then we're going to be these gods again, man. You see? Like we always said, we're going to be mini gods upon these earths, you see, because we are gods. The Lord said, hey, don't you know ye are gods? Pursuing the book of Psalms 82 also, so that is what it is, man. You see? Karnak, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. And what I was
Yeah.
also thinking about when you were speaking is that, yeah, this is just me thinking out loud, like as a man. The angels, they don't have anything fighting them. They are programmed and designed a certain way that they just obey. But we,
Yeah.
as angels, trapped in this corruptible flesh, we have it hard because why? We have the flesh that is tugging at us. We have Satan messing with us.
Yeah.
So we have to prove ourselves. You see, but when the Most High says, "Hey, you got to do this," then to the angel, then they just do it because they are pure. They just follow the orders. They don't have to deal with these things that we have to deal with. So we have to push through. That has to be our motivation. Like, okay, we have to prove ourselves onto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and onto you know everything in existence because everything if you read in Revelation, all these elders and the angels, they give worship unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but we have to fight, we have to push through so that we make our faith, which it actually comes down to, we have to make our faith known unto the Most High.
Yeah. Yeah, even though, like, if I can add on, like you said, thinking loud as a man, even though we are in this sinful body, that makes it harder, like the brother said, because why we have that stony heart also, so like the brother said, now you are here with all kinds of temptations, is lurking around the corner in these fleshly bodies, and the Lord also put really that like the brother said, that we are commanded, like the angels are commanded to do and program what to do, what they need to do. We don't have that, we have Satan on the other side, whispering in your ear like, hey, hey, don't listen to the heavenly Father. You can't do it like that. Please your flesh. You are now in the flesh. Just enjoy it right now. This is now you are in this world. He is the one that put you in that corruptible body. So you have to please it, and that is what Satan constantly is saying. So like the brother said, that is the target that he's doing constantly, that you be constantly fighting, yeah, against the flesh, man. You see, but the spirit is really greater than the flesh. That's why the scriptures always say that, man. We have to listen to the spirit, man. But the flesh is really, try to pull you away, like, hey, man, give into all these lusts. You see, the temptation. And if you do that, yeah, then you show it, like the brother said, that your faith is not really that strong. You see, that's why the flesh, the flesh is constantly warring against the spirit, man, and that is where we in. So we have to, yeah, be really rooted in the faith, and that is how that is the way we do it, through the scriptures, and that comfort that we know that, hey, after this, like we was talking about, there is going to be that reward. You see, so then we're going to be released from these chains of darkness, because that is what it is. The flesh is holding you back because you're going to sin, and sin is death. You see, and living in the spirit is life. And that's why the Lord is going to put these laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward part, so that we're going to have life. Because why? We ain't going to sin anymore. Because sin is really leading to death. And that's why we in these, the angels that sins is the Israelites, is us. Yeah, man. Kanak, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like the scripture
Yeah.
says, the wages of sin is death. So the
Yeah.
payment, the reward of sin is death, because sin leads unto death. Because
Yeah.
what is sin upon sin is iniquity. So if you keep stacking up sin upon sin, then ultimately, the reward that you're gonna get is death, and you don't want that. And
Yeah.
also, other thing that you said, shit, but I lost it. Yeah, no, I got it. Galatians 4:16. That's what you were talking about. If you can grab that,
Mhm.
Galatians 4:16.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, and verse 16, and it reads, uh, Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Galatians 4. Is that Galatians 4:16
Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah,
5
this is,
16?
I think this is 5 or 6 because I was already like,
Yeah.
hey, this is not it. Uh, yeah, this is Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Exactly.
Yeah. And the next verse.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that you would.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have Satan tugging at us, tugging at our flesh, and you have to, knowing that you have the flesh and the spirit, you have to always choose the spirit. Like now, we go into Sabbath studies. You have to consciously choose for the spirit. But the angels don't have that. The angels are like, okay, I have to do this. I'm commanded to do this. So he has no choice. But we have also always that choice. Like it says in the book of James, when it says, does any man say that he has been tempted by the Most High? No, you haven't been tempted by the Most High. The Most High cannot be tempted. So he doesn't tempt you. But the thing is, you are in this flesh, and this flesh pulls onto you, and that's why you have this frustrating choice in your mind, like, okay, should I do this, should I follow the spirit, or should I follow what my flesh tells me to do? So because why? The flesh and the spirit are contrary one to another. So you have to, like I said, choose the flesh. It has to be a conscious decision from you as a man of the Lord.
You
Can you
said
give me? Yeah.
you said choose the flesh.
So like, yeah, choose the
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
the
I was
spirit.
like, I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
like,
No, choose the spirit. Yeah, we have to
you
choose the
see, you see,
spirit,
that's
man.
that's Satan right there.
Satan was like, hey,
That's
yes,
the,
you're
that's
right.
the
Choose
slip
the
of the
spirit.
tongue, but not of the
Yeah,
heart.
yeah. Not of the
Can't
heart,
the heart.
exactly, my brother. Kana. Yeah, no, that is what the brother said, man. It is always choose the spirit, man. You see, because the Lord is all about we have to lead ourselves by the spirit. Because when you're going to lead yourself by the flesh, hey, it is downhill for you, man. You see, and
Yeah,
that is what we see in all across the world. And Esau is about that in this world, to choose the flesh constantly, man. You see, nothing is of the spirit over here. So yeah, man, that is
yeah,
what it is. What the brother said, man. Karnak, yeah.
yeah. Well, what is it? He that sows unto the corruptible shall reap corruption. And what is
Yeah,
corruptible? The flesh. The flesh is the corruptible that
yeah.
you shouldn't choose for, that you should avoid actually. So choose the spirit.
Kan. Yeah.
Can you give me the Romans 8 verse 20?
Karnak, yeah.
Sure.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 20. And it reads, uh, For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope.
Yeah, so that's creature speaking about man, that's speaking about us, the righteous lineage. We haven't been brought to this estate by our choosing, not willingly, but by the will of the Most High. The Most High planned it out like this. This is how it had to happen. We had to know both the bad and the good, the good and the bad. But in this case, we have to know the bad now so that we would yearn for the good, that we yearn for righteousness. You see?
Uh,
So
yeah,
can you read it again, Baba Kasha?
Karnak, yeah. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 20, and it reads, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope."
Yeah, by reason of him, which who is the him? Him is the Most High, is Yahweh, that we would be subject unto hope. Hope of what? We are now prisoners of hope, just like how the apostle said, the apostle
Yeah,
Paul. He is also a prisoner of hope, and now we are also prisoners of hope until the day that Yahweh Shai comes. You see?
come,
Gone. So, okay, go back to Genesis 6 and 3.
Karnak, yeah. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 3, and it reads, "And the Lord and the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years."
Yeah, so the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with men. And if you go into that word strive, it's dayan, which means to plead. So the Most High is not always gonna, plead with men, because here it says, if you go back even one verse, not one verse, one chapter, it says Genesis 5 verse 27. If you can read that.
This is the book of Genesis 5 and 27, and it reads, "And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died."
So Methuselah, which was in the chapter before, he lived 969 years. It's almost 1,000 years. It's almost a full day in the sight of the Most High. So that's one chapter before Genesis 6. And now it says, we are going to go to, it says 120 years. You see? So the Most High has already started the decline of the years of men in that time.
Mhm.
And now, if you go to Psalms, okay, go to Psalms 90 verse 10, because now people don't even live into 120 years. So the Most High is not really dealing with men like how he used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Methuselah almost a full day in the sight of the Most High, 1,000 years, and then Genesis 6 it says 120 years. That's when the Most High was like, okay, I'm still kind of dealing with you, but what is it now? You can read that Genesis 90
Yeah.
verse, Psalms 90 verse 10.
Yeah. A quick thing, like what the brother said today, of no, this week I was hearing about Jamie Cliff passed away, and he was like 82 years, and people said, yeah, he is a pretty good
Full of
age.
age. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, full of age, but really it is nothing, man. Really, when you read this, all these scriptures that how old our people became, hey, this is yeah, like the brother said, it started to decline, man. You
Mhm.
see. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 10. "The days of our years are 80 and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away."
So,
Yeah.
so that's how we have been declined onto right now. This where the Most High put us. Three scores and 10. So one score is 20, and three score is 3 times 20 is 60, and you add 10 onto it is 70. So 70 years, that's like, okay, that's what the Most High appointed unto us. But then now it says, if by any means, by strength, you take care of this vessel, you take care of this body, you train, you do whatever that to maintain this vessel that the Most High gave you, that it become what? What does it say? Uh, the last part?
Uh, the last part says, for it
If
is
I
soon, huh? Yeah,
say by
this reason by strength can. And if reason by reason of strength they be fourscore years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away.
yeah, so the Most High appointed 70 years unto us, and he says, okay, so if you might by strength, you take care of this vessel and you become four scores, which is 4 times 20 is 80.
80, yeah.
Still, in that whole 80 years that you have to live on this earth, it's going to be what? It's going to be sorrow. It's not going to
Sorrow.
be like, it's gonna be a joyful thing. No, there's going to be sorrow. So we have been appointed unto these things that the Most High have has written down in the scriptures. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. And like like I said, yeah, like Jimmy Cliff, he went like he was 80 years. So yeah, this is on then you're on your peak, you
yeah,
know, for yeah, four score years, man.
yeah.
So
Okay, give me verse 4.
this is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 4, and it reads, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Yahweh came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
Come, let's see. Yeah. Here. So you read Genesis 6, verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days. And if you go into the word giants, it is ready to get it twisted up. This N, Na, Pa, Ya, La. Nap, Napayal in the Lashawan Kodash in the Hebrew. But what do they say? They say the Nephilim. That's how they call them. And that's what also the book of Enoch goes into, and then all these other doctrines. But what does Nephilim, which is actually Napayal in the Holy Tongue that the Most High gave back onto us, what does that mean? Napayal means fallen ones. Because why? The root word of that word, Napayal, is Napal. So now you have the word Napal, which is to fall down, cast down, fall away, divide, overthrow, lie down, inferior. And now we already, in the other verses, we explained and went into the fact that you had the sons of the Most High, they started to mingle the holy seed, so they fell from their first estate, also in Jude 1 and 6. Why? Because we
Yeah,
started to mingle with the daughters of men. But also it tells you here, because these are the other instances where you have that same word. Let me show you. Napayal. Here, the Strongs, H5307. That's the same word, Napal. So these are the instances where it's being used to fall. But we're going to choose the one from Psalms 82. Psalms 82, verse 7 here. But we can start at verse 6.
Khan.
Okay, get
This
it?
is the book of Psalms, Kanak. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6. And I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Yeah, so we
Well,
also went into that, like with Luke 3, and also in Genesis 4 and 26. That's when men started to call upon the Most High, That's where they started to be the sons of the Most High. And also Luke 3, it speaks on the righteous lineage. They are the sons of the Most High. So here it says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. So these people that are being spoken onto, those are the Israelites, because in Genesis you didn't have Israel yet, you didn't have the Israelites yet, but now we are called the sons of the Most High, are called the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So it says, "Ye are gods, ye are rulers." Is actually what it says. That's what it means, because we have the most just laws, we have the righteous laws of the Most High, so we have the capability to rule this whole earth. But the Most High, He subjected us onto this state that we're in right now. So we are not rulers. But it says, "And all ye are the children of the Most High." So go to the next verse.
Kan yeah. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Yeah, you see. So, but ye shall die like men. So we already went also into the fact that Methuselah, he was almost 1,000 years old, and then Genesis 6 speaks about 120 years, and then now 70 till 80 years. So we have been subject unto death. So now we shall die like men, like the scripture says, and fall like one of the princes. And if you go into that word fall, that's the root word of Napayal, which is Napal. So what does Napayal mean? Fallen ones. Why? We have fallen from our great estate, because giants goes into Napayal, which means fallen ones. We have been fallen from that great estate that we once were. Because if you also translate it to these modern terms, a giant. What is a giant? People say when they read this, they speak about literal giants. It's not speaking about literal giants. It's speaking about giants in stature, in name. Like, who is a giant in the game of basketball? First one that you think about is, Michael Jordan. We were not promoting LeBron James. LeBron James is good, but the greatest one is, Michael Jordan. Is also an Israelite. And you
Yeah,
have who's a giant in how you call it, golf. Um, what's his name again? Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Who's a giant, in boxing. That's speaking about Mike Tyson. You have
Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
Ray Leonard. You have a whole lot of giants.
Yeah,
But
man.
that means they have a great name. They put down a great name.
Yeah,
You know.
kan. Yeah, that is what it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you,
So the whole thing with the giants in scripture is only speaking about great men, and that's also
yeah.
going to be spoken about if you go to Sirach 16 for 7. But if you had something there, you want to say
Yeah, I
something?
was going. Yeah, I was going also to the word Nepal to fall away, to falling away. And if you go to that word, also where you go to the outline of biblical usage, you're going to see also. Let me see. Let me go straight to the point. To fall short, fail, and we failed. We failed because why? How we failed? Because we didn't hearken to the Lord, man. So that we failed. So we fall from our state. Because if you are a giant, we are a giant to all these nations. When you go to the book of Joshua, the people were afraid because why? When you look with Moses, when the Lord brought us out of Egypt, they saw us as giants because why? The Lord was with us, man. You see? So, and then when the Lord is with you, you're a giant. It's like now the Lord gave the earth into the hands of the wicked. So nowadays Esau is also a giant, but a wicked giant, and he's gonna fall also. He also gonna fail. You see? And that is what happened to us, man. And when you go also, that's why the book of Second Thessalonians said that hey, it's gonna be a falling away first, because that is talking about the prophecies of us falling away, and that the man of sin is going to be revealed, you see, and that is also that falling away of us. You see? And that is a talk about the Israelite because we fall away. The Nephilim, what they said, like, hey, no, like the brother said, there's no giant people walking around on this earth, with big clubs and eating other small humans. It's madness. So yeah, man, that is what it is. Yeah, man, kind of like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but like you're going into with the whole falling away, that was actually a whole different time period. But I understand why you say it like that, because you have this instance where we're falling away. The instance what is speaking about in First Thessalonians, that's when we completely lost our way. Because before
yeah,
that, we knew that we were Israelites. We had a certain status or certain position in all these kingdoms and empires. But then in this society that we live in, you know, our whole heritage was hidden from us. Our whole heritage was
yeah,
taken away. So that was
yeah,
the falling away that was speaking
kind,
about in Thessalonians. So I understand it, but that's like the where it really goes into that
yeah, it's
scripture.
true. Yeah, yeah.
So if you can give me Sirach 16, verse 7, and
This
then
is
we're
the
going to
book
get
of
the last
Sirach,
precepts, and then we're going to
Kanakia.
round it out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 16,
Yeah, 16 and 7.
and verse 7. And it reads, let me see. Uh, he was not pacified toward the old giants who fell away in the strength of their foolishness.
Yeah, you see? So that's speaking about us. We
Yep.
were in our full strength, but the Most High, He wasn't done with us. That's where it all started. This is the book of Genesis chapter 6. So that didn't pacify the Most High. The Most High is like, okay, this is where it all starts. And now, like it also says in the book of, what was it? The wicked heart. The Most High, He gave us a wicked heart. To,
Yeah.
to He gave Adam, the first Adam, a
Adam.
wicked
I just
heart.
want to say that. Yeah.
And then that's where the rest of the wickedness started to multiply. And if then it already was seen as wicked, let me just grab it. Wicked heart. Scripture is going to explain it for itself.
Yeah.
This is
Second Ezra 3 and
yeah,
21.
Second Ezra 3, verse 21. For the first, you already got it.
Yeah, you can read it
You
out.
got it.
Yeah, I have it, but you can read it. Yeah, I have it. You want it?
Go,
Let me
go
get
on, give
it.
me it.
For this is Second Ezra, chapter 3, and verse 21. For the first Adam, bearing a wicked heart, transgressed and was overcome. So be all they that are born of him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me read further. Uh, so like yeah, when it's just go felt away. Yes. So wait a minute. Was
Thus
it was
infirmity.
yeah. You know what happened? It
Yeah,
translated in the Dutch.
oh,
So I was like, what's going on over here, man?
now let me read it.
The
It
Yeah, I
says,
have it, but I
okay,
have it.
go.
Thus, infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people with the malignity of the root, so that the good departed away and the evil abode still.
Yeah. So
Read on.
the Most High, He gave the first Adam a wicked heart, and now it multiplied until this time. So no, you see, so how much more wickedness had it brought forth? You see, so the
Yeah,
Most High, He caused us to fall. He made us subject unto vanity, not because we ourselves wanted it. No, this is for a higher purpose. This is the purpose of the Most High. Like it also says in Isaiah 55. You cannot understand the ways of the Most High. He has His ways, how He does things. So He made us subject unto this, and we were those giants, like we just read in Sirach 16, that had to be made subject unto sin. he was not pacified towards the old giant. So the Most High, it didn't satisfy, because to pacify, what is a pacifier? It didn't satisfy him. Pacifier is
Yeah.
something that you give a child to, calm him down when he's crying. But the Most High, he didn't want to calm down because of those old giants who already fell through their foolishness. No, the Most High had a greater purpose. You see?
Yeah. Come.
Can you give me Baruch 3 and 26?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 26, and it reads, uh, There were the giants, famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war.
Yeah, so in this verse, it explains to you that there were giants famous from the beginning. Because why? Why were they giants? Why were they called giants? Because they were great in stature and expert in war. That's the whole reason. That's why they are called giants. Giants in the game, giants in the sport, like we already went into just now. You have giants in the in basketball world, in the football world, in the golf world, in the boxing world. That's what it means to be a giant. You are a man of renown. You are of great stature. You are an expert in a certain field. In a certain expertise. That's what it means to be a giant. You see, and we were those giants back in those days. In the book of Genesis 6, we were those great men. Let me see. Sirach, we got a scripture. Sirach 10, verse 24. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored. Yet there is none of them greater than he that feared the Most High. So you have great men, you have giants, you have great judges, you have people that have much power, but you are basically a giant. You are basically a great man if you fear the Most High. That's what it's going to lead onto.
Yeah.
You have people of this world that are great, but none is greater than those that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's what it all comes down to. You see?
Yeah. That's
Uh,
right.
Give me wisdom of Solomon 14, verse 6.
This is the book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 6. And it reads, For in old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by thy hand, Salakia, escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages a seed of generation.
God. So it says, for in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, which that's speaking about us. We were
Yeah,
in a great estate. We were those men of of renown and of great stature. Why? Like the brother was also saying, when the Most High is with us, nobody can be against us. So people knew about the sons of the Most High, that they were great. They have a little bit of the Most High within them. They are those vessels with the
yeah,
Most High in them. The hope of the world, governed by thy hand, escaped in a weak vessel. And that weak vessel is that flesh. That's when we started to diminish, when we started to mingle the holy seed, when we started to mingle the
yeah,
righteous seed with the daughters of men. So now we went into a weak flesh. Our flesh started to become weaker and weaker. Like we also went into Methuselah, almost a full day, 969 years on this earth. Then all of a sudden, 120 years. It's like
yeah.
almost a tenth of what we were back in the day. So it
Come.
says,
Yeah,
the hope of the world governed by thy hand escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages in a seed of generation. So now the from generation to generation, the righteous seed is going to be We maintained until Yahushai brought back the truth, and now we still maintain until the day of judgment, like it says in Jude. We have to. The Most High appointed us unto that. We are appointed unto that day of judgment, when what is going to happen? The remnant
Yeah.
that are going to pull through and see through what is going to happen. Second Ezra 15, it says, in the twinkling of an eye, we are going to receive an incorruptible body. We are going to put off this corruptible flesh, and then we are going to get our incorruptible body. You see, that's when we're going to be, the Most High is going to be magnified, and we are going to be established again as a giant, as great people.
Yeah,
You see?
God. That's right. Yeah, man. And like the brother goes into, and the way that we was perished was by the great flood, man, in the time of Noah, because when you read in this chapter a little bit, you're gonna read it, that the Lord just created that piece of wood, the Noah, that he carved out the ark, by the hope and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you see, then he escaped, man. 8 people was left alive. And
Yeah.
that's the power of the Lord, man. You see, and that is the hope that we got also, that he gonna save us, man. Because that is what this is all about, man. We want to be saved by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that when the common destruction is gonna come, and he's gonna bring judgment, upon all the vessels upon earth, and these weak bodies, because judgment is await for everybody, so that we can escape the judgment, and that he has mercy on his chosen people, man. You see, the elect. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So that was basically it. I don't have any other precepts.
No, me
So
neither.
I don't know if you have anything.
No, me neither, yeah.
Yeah, man. So with that, we want to hope that this video was edifying. We hope and pray this video was edifying. And without, we want to say Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bashem, Kadash.
Bashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom.